Hey everybody, welcome to the Racer Cafe channel. Appreciate everybody tuning in, and anybody who is a subscriber, I appreciate you coming back, checking out the videos, keeping this channel going. To all the new subscribers recently, I appreciate the support. Anybody that's new, you're not a subscriber yet, please like and comment and subscribe to the channel. Try to post as many videos as I can on the regular, just some odds and ends that we do here in the garage. So today we're going to do something a little bit different, and it involves Plasti-dip with the motorcycles. So not everybody is a fan of Plasti-dip. This is the Luxury Metal in graphite gray. And what we're going to do today is we're going to Plasti-dip the windscreen of the Triumph Bonneville T120 that I have. So we'll go over some of that how-to and talk a little bit about what the end results look like. Maybe you like it, maybe you don't. But the great thing about Plasti-dip is you can peel it off. If you don't like it, you can change the colors. So it's very customizable. So let's just jump right in. All right, so our project today is the Bonneville windscreen. This is the OEM Triumph in clear. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna Plasti-dip that with the graphite gray. Now, the other model that I have, the Scrambler, I have a Dart windscreen, that's the Marlin. And it originally was in a smoke color. And I did a Plasti-dip on it as well. And I can't remember the color of it. It might have been a graphite gray of some sort. It wasn't the exact luxury metal graphite gray that I have today, so hopefully it's going to be a little bit different. So interesting again with the Plasti-dip. If you don't like it, you can peel it off. I've always liked the look of it on the Scrambler. And the key with doing the Plasti-dip on the windscreen for the motorcycle is you do it on the backside or the inside of the windscreen, because it does have a texture to it. So if you did it on the wind side, the front side, the lead edge of it, it would be really tough to clean. So to keep that nice glossy look, be able to clean it easy, you Plasti-dip the inside. So to do that, we're going to take off the windscreen off of the Bonneville and take it off. We'll run some blue painter's tape around the edge of it, so then that way we keep it nice and clean. And we'll get Plasti-dip. Key with Plasti-dip is to get some good layers on there and let it dry between layers, and then just keep going until you get the look and the texture and the coverage that you want. So next step is take off that windscreen, and we'll get it taped up and laid out and start to spray. All right, so we have the OEM screen taken off, and I got the blue painter's tape on there. And again, we taped off the edge of it, and the thickness of the plastic, you want to make sure that the blue tape is actually right here along the lead edge, the thickness of it. So then that way, all of your Plasti-dip is to the inside. So then that way we go to peel this off, the outer edge of the windscreen will be still the smooth, glossy finish of the plastic, and the Plasti-dip, the textured side of it, will only be on the very inside. So again, use that blue painter's tape, and you're going to have to do it in a bunch of pieces the more curves you have. So that's how I did it there. And then also cleaning it, I cleaned it before I put the painter's tape on with some glass cleaner. You can use hydrogen peroxide as well. The goal is to get it nice and clean. So I did a real thorough cleaning of it prior to taping it. And then once I put the tape on, I went over it just quickly again, knowing that, you know, my greasy fingers had just smudged it all up, and I don't want those on there whenever I do go to spray it. So that's where we are now. So the next step is to actually get the Plasti-dip ready to go and start layering it on. All right, so now with the Plasti-dip, we got the Luxury Metal and graphite gray, and The key with this, if you've never done it before, is to just kind of dust it on, and you go side to side. Give it a couple layers in there. Couple different directions. You want to get some good base in there. Full coverage. And then let it dry for a while. It's not completely covered, but that's fine because you want this to dry a little bit. And then as it dries, once it gets closer to drying, then you layer it on some more. You let that layer dry, layer it on some more. So eventually you get a nice thick coverage on there. I've been using Plasti-dip for a while. Used to do Jeep wheels and all kinds of different car wheels and stuff like that, change the colors and everything. I haven't done it in a while, so the last time I did do it was the other windscreen on the Scrambler that I showed you earlier, and it's held up really well. So looking forward to doing this one, and checking the color. Maybe if I don't like the color, I might find something, maybe an actual black, or if there's a silver. They make a metalizer spray, Plasti-dip. I've never used that, so that might be something new to try as well. So we're going to give this some time to dry, and then we'll keep layering it on. And then once I get the desired layers on there, we'll come back and resume and take the tape off. All right, so currently I've got like maybe 5 or 6 good coats of the Plasti-dip on the windscreen, and I'm going to put just a few more on slowly. You just let it dry between coats, and the key is the thicker that you get it on, because you have to remember that you want to create almost a layer of rubber, a layer of plastic, hence the name Plasti-dip, on the inside. So if you do ever want to peel it off in the future in one big piece, it has to be a nice solid coverage of the Plasti-dip. So don't be afraid to put it on thick. Again, it's on the inside of the windscreen, so you don't mess with it, you don't touch it. Maybe just occasionally wipe it down and clean it. But for the most part, again, you want it to be nice and thick on there. So we give it a few more coats in here, let it dry, and then we'll be ready to take the tape off and mount it back up. So looking forward to seeing what this looks like compared to the one in the Scrambler. The color might actually be pretty close. That'd be pretty crazy if it's the exact same color that I did on the Scrambler on the dark windscreen. Even though it's a different can, it'll be interesting to see what how the luxury metal compares. So let's get this finished up and let's check it out. All right, so we've got the tape off, and I'm gonna check out the windscreen. So we took the tape off, nice and easy, cleaned up the edges, and then it's still a little soft yet, still needs some time to dry. But overall coloring is as it should be. It's very dark. It's a very metallic black. It's supposed to be graphite, but it's very, very black. So I would call it a metallic black. Just looking at it, maybe in the sun it'll look a little different. I would have to say it's definitely darker than the Scrambler one. So the colors are definitely different, but overall it looks pretty great. Get it cleaned up, get some of the overspray off of it. We'll get it mounted back up, and then we'll figure out or get a good shot of what it looks like back on the bike. So let's get at it. All right, so here we are. Got the Scrambler. So before I put it on, I figured I would do a side-by-side color match or comparison. I got a glare on there. Let's see if we can spin this around, get some glare off of here. Not sure, tell much of a difference in there. It's more, like I said, it's definitely more of a black compared to the gray. Not much difference though. It's more metallic. It's probably hard to see in there, but not much difference to it. Maybe once we get it on and the sunlight hits it, we'll do a side-by-side comparison. But for the most part, I think it's going to look great. We'll do a quick little dry fit right there. So overall, matches the color pretty decent as far as everything on the bike. So get that DGR sticker color really popping in there too. Really happy with it, and let's get it mounted up and cleaned up. All right, so very happy with the way it looks. Nice and dark, black metallic. Spin around here, and fortunately, don't really see through the windscreen very much. It creates a small dark spot whenever you're going down the road. At night, you're going to notice it, but very minimal. Obviously, during the day, small as it is, you're not really looking through it unless you're getting in a good tuck and really getting below the paint and really getting on it going down the road. But overall, very happy with the dark. It matches the fender and all the other dark elements of the black edition. So again, this was the job that I did several years ago, and it's holding up really nice. And again, this one's a little bit taller. It does create a somewhat of a dark spot going down the road, especially at nighttime. You'll notice it because you're riding under your headlight, and the windscreen creates a little bit of a blind spot. But you get used to it, and most of the time you're looking well above and beyond the windscreen anyway. So that's the Plasti-dip project of the Bonneville T120, and with the luxury metal graphite gray. So we'll get some photos eventually and add it to the Facebook page of what it looks like in the sun. So thanks for checking it out. And if you're a new viewer, please like, comment, tell me what you think. Hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more videos. We've got a few more coming up. I'm going to talk about my dust covers that I have on the bikes. I make those myself. It's really simple, little DIY projects. I'll probably just do a quick little video of that. So one is the cross, the hybrid American flag with a British flag. And then this one's just a Triumph motorcycle flag, and I just use them as dust covers in the garage. So, and some other small upgrades did to the Bonneville recently. They weren't really worthy of video at the time, but we'll talk about them in the next video. So stay tuned for more, and thanks for checking out the Racer Cafe.